tier list in terms of the support.
So we'll see Tahm Kench here again, and I think SKT is happy with this. Tahm Kench does disengage the trouble bubble super well, but as I'm mentioning, you can do so much work with the quickness grand entrance that you can basically CC the Tahm Kench after Devour for an insanely long time. So I don't think you mind there if you're SKT. The Braum and the Alster would have been better fits for the comp. On SKT's side, maybe Tal jumping on the blind pick gangplank, could be into the Camille, but heavily expected to be jungle Camille from the side of Kongdu Monster. See how they want to round out their draft, and Blossom, been up and down on the Jarvan, we should mention, but 2-1 now on the pick. We'll go for it anyway. See if he can provide a bit more assistance. Maybe he'll be doing the level 2 ganking in the mid lane this time out.
Definitely has an option on that blue side, quick red into mid lane, especially against Dalia, who only has the flash, but definitely will be taking the cleanse along with it against the Zoe.
So what are we doing against Gangplank is the question. Roach has been playing Riven in solo queue, but the Vladimir definitely is more reliable choice. So sadly, we are still denied a second game of Riven in the LCK, the pentakill champion. It's going to be Vladimir instead. Still very similar identity. Seeing a lot more resolve Gangplank. Huni went into that against Licorice in the Cloud9 Echo Fox game. That was against Lucian. Can take the same approach. So Keen do that against Vladimir. Playing for an early Spectre's Cowl. So we'll see how respectful Tal is in the top side. But they have an interesting draft here for Kongdu Monster. Very different. When it comes to frontline, kind of isn't any. Roach is going to go, obviously, into ability power, have some decent health. Raze will go probably pretty...
No ward.
Is a stopwatch, though, so... Stopwatch, flash, and ultimate here to try to get himself out of dodge.
As well as Blossom, who's nearby.
Talia is also on the front foot. They're looking for the roam and the contest on blue here.
Those two control wards cleaned up as they're coming into the blue, and the smite, it goes over to Raze, and there it is. They're getting on top of Blossom with the Hextech ultimatum. First blood comes in. Teleport not needed. Faker trying to make things interesting here, as well as Tal making his way down, but Roach got here first.
His Wolf.
Okay, Wolf coming on in. Tal getting low. Look at him in the face of danger. The flash, he misses both. So close. He may have been able to one-shot both of them as they were both incredibly low, but missing by inches. Faker not able to pick up a kill.
And that was his own fault with Tahm Kench, so he could take extra turret shots. Teleport ended up answering it. Here's the Weaver's Wall.
Okay, they have both their globals up now. Where are you gonna go from here, Bang? Does he even have the Feather Storm? No, he does not. Was burned earlier on. The Gangplank ultimate does not help out, and that's going to be another kill going to Kongdu.
And whatever the result of this series, A for effort for Kongdu Monster. They're definitely committing to the plays, respecting cooldowns when SKT has them, but when they don't have them.
But again, it's Tahm Kench looking to turn this around. You'll notice the Weaver's Wall coming on in, as well as the Camille. They're looking for a pick. They get Wolf on the side, but he actually brings down the wall to secure the kill here. That's going to be enough. Raze gets caught up, but again, will they go for the counter here? Tal made his way down with the TP, but they're not confident enough to go for it, and another kill secured here by Kongdu.
Yeah, the buddy system is really working out for Kongdu Monster. They're always investing 5. Edge finds Blossom. He's 3 levels up, but doesn't want to take too much free damage.
Oh, they're looking for it. Look at this. Tahm Kench coming on in here with Roach, but it's not enough, as Tal and Faker are there to support.
Both AD carries isolated. They're considering a dive onto Soul and contest the blue buff. They're looking for the maximum here, SKT.
I love this series. It's been action-packed the entire time.
It's been very different from expectation. Kongdu Monster have not rolled over. Ray's been able to find a footing in an early game for the first time, and it feels like 5 series. And it's meant so much for the team around him. But Vladimir, Talia, they're both in the base, so this will be first strike of the game to SKT.
Nice one, too. They pick up that mountain. Gonna make things a bit easier. The objective.
Definitely need at this point in the game. Edge is known as roll. Push up, try to roam. The roams have worked. But if it's an isolated mid lane, it's no fun for the Talia. Raze caught.
Raze caught by the quickness, not able to hookshot away just yet. There's the flash in the face of 3 people. It's definitely not enough to get him to safety.
Mid lane.
Looking for a play here, just a bit of damage, doesn't get caught by the knockup, but we got Tom Kench coming in too. That's gonna be 3 people. The Chain of Corruption gets the Jarvan. Blossom forced to flash out of there. Stopwatch by Edge as he tries to dodge the damage from Faker. It's enough. Now Soul in an awkward spot, but there it is, the huge knockup onto 3 of them as Tom Kench gets everybody in the action. But here comes Roach from the top lane, looking to turn it around, but it's not enough as Seeker gets low too. Faker doing extra damage. That'll be 2 more kills for SKT.
Yeah, SKT catch Kongnu Monster in transition. A Hemoplague and then backing away for a free farmed Vladimir is exactly what you want as SKT. They're going to push through the mid lane. Looking for 2 turrets here, SKT.
Oh, there it is. Soul getting super low. He's forced to flash out of that one just to make sure he lives.
That was the one-shot attempt. He used his own flash again. Doesn't get the kill, but chunking out Varus gets them the 2nd turret they craved. And SKT have their first meaningful gold lead of the game.
Yeah, we talked a little bit about the first pick Zoe here for Faker. So far, it's been looking pretty good. I like the idea out of SKT. He's only been allowed to have that Zoe for the 2nd time tonight, and he's showing it off. All that solo queue practice paying off.
So by Tal, he's going to ult now.
Oh, no knock up there on a Secret, but it is going to be enough. Even Raze getting knocked up in there as he jumps in. Cataclysm comes in, no hook shot for Raze, but they're getting up to Bang here, who does have his Feather Storm, getting themselves into so much trouble right now as Kongdu. Vladimir trying to do his best, getting a lot of people low, but he just doesn't have the damage. Blossom almost died, but he baits him in the triple kill from Faker. Looking for the Quadra here as Soul is low as well. Gonna be a rough one, not able to secure it. And all the while, Tal in the bot lane, just farming up.
It was a 4v5 and SKT win the team fight. All ends up playing through Faker. Not a new plan, but certainly a good one in this particular game. They're onto Baron, but while Kongnu Monster may have vision, can they do anything with it? With Raze dead, the answer is almost certainly no.
Absolutely here, as they'll just try to answer the GP, who may have gone a little bit far. Edge doesn't even have the mana to get in there and do anything, and Gangplank just too fast. So the Baron goes down. The tower is saved, at least, in the bottom lane.
Losing so much 4v5 has to be disheartening for Kongnu Monster. Feels like the moment where they've been pushed too far. Looking at Raze's build, we mentioned he only has the Locket and the Cinderhawk. He wants to fight now because he knows they'll be outscaled in terms of damage. Notice that Tal was teleporting. He cancels it and realizes that SKT is going to go aggressive. And from here, we mentioned the fish in the barrel a couple of times. The ult goes down. Blossom can just dive into the backline. Soul and Roach are so heavily split from the rest of their team. There's no threat onto Faker. And while Roach gets into the backline for a while, they can't complete any kill. SKT's fighting front to back and also with plenty of long-range artillery, and Kongnu Monster can only run away. Here it is. Whoa. You know, he probably would have preferred Soul, but he'll take the Tom Kench, that's for sure.
If the trouble bubble hit, that was a Quadra easy, but just a bit wide. First wall, Blossom still had his stopwatch, and there it is. Enough coming in. The flank from Roach wants to get onto Faker, and he may do so, but will it matter in the end? He pushes him out of the fight. The 3rd inhibitor will go down here. The 2nd one, rather. The 3rd one getting low up on the top side. They're just looking for the end at this point.
Yeah, just able to ghost away. Vladimir dies in the back end to a paddle start. I'm sure that was big damage. It's going to be the 2nd next turret, and SKT closing it up.
Blossom looking for some extra damage. Wolf getting flashy in the end, but SKT looking better towards the end of this one. Going for the end, picking on that Nexus. There it is. Game number 3 will go for the 2-1 victory for SK Telecom T1.
And SKT faithful roar, but they know this was a very difficult game. Better part of 2.5 hours to take out Kongnu Monster. Came in strong in Game 2. Game 3 was a lot cleaner. The early game looked like once again maybe Raze is going to be able to engineer something